answer. I think the classic answer to the Kalea. That actually worked out for Light as well, even though, again, the Gato is standing at a pretty bad win rate right now.
Yeah.
It really comes down to the users and the rest of the team. How are you able to coordinate with the Gatakacha? So it's Yisun Chin as well for Carl Teasy. Yangon Galacticos. Do they reveal their jungler now, or do they flex it to the end like we have seen from Yangon Galacticos in the MSL Myanmar Season 2?
I wonder what's good here, because I'm still not understanding the matchup for Leomord. I know this is a Leomord kind of game, because the other one is the Hayabusa, but I feel like we'll have some difficulties, especially if Sanford does win the lane. I'm just worried if you're using assassins. So they go for the Granger. And again, something that we did discuss, this have higher priority when the Claude is not there anymore.
Yeah. But this means that Yangon Galacticos are going to be very front to back, right? They're going to build the rest of their composition to really just facilitate the Granger and the Farsa. So, Fredrin is something that we were thinking about, but it's already not too good when you see a Yuzong on the other side.
Yeah, that's going to be tough because, you know, what do you put in the hands here of...
Are we spending another cheese here? Something that we don't even think about?
The only thing I was thinking is maybe he goes for the Guinevere again. I don't know. Because like one of the tough things here is like we mentioned, Guinevere, there's specific junglers that are picking that up. It hasn't won that much. And it's one of those things you're considering you're going against a YSS. That's actually a good ban though. They do go with the Ruby ban. As I mentioned the last time the YSS game got played, typically you'll see some fighter golds get picked up. There's the Fredrin ban Mirko mentioned. So both teams really understanding the potential here for these lineups based off that first phase already.
Is it the Akai next, or are you going to ban the Guinevere? Because I think...
No, because I can see the Gwyn, but the reason why I'm not liking the Gwyn is that I feel like they need a front line, not a set, right? Because you can get a set on the EXP. I don't know, like,
Magic is my life.
other than Akai, I don't know what other jungler is a solid frontliner. Like, it's not just coming to my head.
I really like the respect, by the way, from both these teams, right? Because usually when you're already on Team Liquid side and you have Yuzong, you don't really think to ban the Fredrin because you want to have control over the neutral objective, and you can technically petrify Fierce Dive him, so that Yisun Shin can, you know, make a run for it for the red tree. But they still ban it because it's what YG need in their composition to fill in the gaps right now for Peel. And I love the fact that YG banned out the Harith as well. They're just taking away the comfort picks of Oheb. Yes, Farsa Granger, pretty good matchup against the Harith, but now that he's put into this position, he might have to go back on, say, a carry. Something that is pretty good, but...
in that matchup, unfavorable.
Yes, but also a bit traumatic, I think, after the whole gank him 9 times by SRG.
Yeah. But he could also just opt for, I don't know, a fighter still. Like maybe, the CC since the Ruby's gone, or something else. Maybe there's something else that Oheb has had planned for this lineup. If it is a traditional marksman, for example, and you're going against a Granger, then yeah, there's not too many options that we've seen at least brought out already in M7. So this is kind of what we're expecting them to do. You know, do they opt for marksman with space to work with? It looks like they're going to go Sora. So Sora Valentina, the Sora Gold.
Wow.
They saw it happen, you know, and this is learning from experience right here.
There you go. The last day they've been busy working on what they should go for next, or what picks they have to work on. And I guess Oheb has learned a thing or two.
Yeah, now this Valentina makes it awkward. So they go for the Nolan. I was thinking of Nolan as well.
But there's not enough peel for the Farsa Granger.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's very awkward. This is why I don't like Uranus pick. The only time I really like it was Cram using it. Basically just a moving wall, pushing everyone away.
Yeah.
And the utility is for everyone else here. Not enough utility. Not for me.
Like you just don't like the Uranus in general. Or this specific lineup.
I would say, in general, I don't like it, but the lineup makes me not like it even more. That's how I would say it.
I think of this way, it's mainly just, like, because of the lineup, you got to be able to provide that front line and that vision in a way.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the promotion match for both Team Liquid as well as Yangon Galacticos. Winner for this one will get match point and one step closer to getting to knockouts.
So we know what's at stake here for both the teams. Yangon Galacticos, a team that came into M7 surprising and shocking many of the international viewers who saw them for the first time. Had a very strong showing throughout their journey up to this point, and now face off against the Giant in Team Liquid. Definitely a test ahead of them, but they've done it before. They can do it here. It is a best of three, of course, and if they can secure themselves that spot in the knockouts off a win here against a team like Team Liquid, that would be massive for Yangon Galacticos.
So the way that Yangon Galacticos can really use their lineup here if they move fast, because having a Kalia, Farsa, Nolan, they can move pretty fast, and if they get some kind of lead for Ying, Ying can start living in the jungle of Team Liquid.
Oh, flick around already for Sanji very early on. That's a big spell burn out.
Yeah, and I want to see more of that. If Yangon Galacticos, again, able to get Ying a favorable matchup against Sanford, and then just make sure that Carl does not get to farm ever, then that's a game where Yangon Galacticos can utilize the best aspects of each hero on their lineup.
Yeah, part of that too is, again, the pressure that a Farsa can bring early on throughout the course of the game, but now we're seeing more and more of the Nolan, you know, and I feel like that paired up with the Farsa works really well because they either work interchangeably, that you can either pop off a couple feathered airstrikes, soften up the targets, Nolan can swoop in, or vice versa. Nolan allows you to go ahead and soften them up before the feathered airstrike is dropped down, and not to mention all this to play into Stitch, just like we saw in the hands of Dominkite. If he can go ahead, get a couple early kills, build up the stacks that he needs on the Sky Piercer, and work with this space. I feel like that might be one of the harder things, because you can see he's running the Flicker instead of the Purify, for example, that we saw earlier. So this first turtle looks like it's just going to be a clean take for TL.
Yep, beautifully done. Sanji steals away the Tsunami Slam just in case Yangon Galacticos walk up, but this is the signature Liquid style. They are able to build such a big lead off the start of the game through Turtle because it's free when you have a Yuzong.
Yeah, like, Sanford, can you win lane? Yes. Okay, we basically get Turtle for free. Sanford is showcasing since, I would say since M4, on how important EXP really is for the jungler, right? Making sure that you get free objectives, essentially.
Okay, Sanji can hold on to his own ult. Oh, Blink!
Tsunami Slam. Now it's a fracture and they get him down. Oheb tries to run him down now with AOG helping him out. Blink's going to be locked down, and that's a kill over to Carl Teasy as he snipes him with the arrow.
All right, bit of a trade. Now some pressure on this side of the jungle, though.
Red tree on Han. Mounted Shocker hawks him down. It's Raceless now. They snipe him, and he does. The goal doesn't miss.
He tried to bob and weave, man. He forgot the weave.
Hey, pretty sure if the second skill was off cooldown, he could have gotten away. And yeah, Team Liquid, they're the draft. They kind of want to skills just a little bit, but Carl on this season shit already getting early advantages, having 2 kills. That's all the team has, and it's all on him.
Okay, so early on, a little bit of a setup potential, of course, now on both sides. Sanji, for the most part, I think he will usually opt for that Tsunami Slam, otherwise Lena's Feathered Airstrike. But even look at the item potential here, pretty much even across the board, albeit a little bit of gold ahead in the jungle, but that's going to be expected with the 2 kills for Carl Teasy. And this is one of the best starts you can have with a YSS, of course, you know, and this is one of the heroes that he probably played the most in the regional professional league over in the Philippines, so it's a very standard for Carl Teasy to rotate the way he has. And interesting too, because Oheb on this Sora is going to act a little bit different than what we saw earlier today. Obviously with the Sora in the XP lane, works differently in terms of itemization, damage potential. You can expect to see similar things that we saw in the hands of Innocent, but now the second turtle of the game, it looks like Yangon wants to fight for it, but they're forced off of it.
Yeah, there's no way you can contest when there's a Sanford on the Yuzong. Goes on Lina. Doesn't want to go all in, just petrifies him and zones him back. Oheb as well this time, rotating over towards the neutral objective.
They're just playing it clean, making it so that Yangon Galacticos, even if they want to, they can't really get a trade. This is basically Team Liquid showing how you can get things for free without giving any opportunities for your opponents. Speaking of, Carl, gonna go for it.
CCU not in time. The Tsunami Slam over. Feathered Airstrike from Lina gets to go down.
All right, good pick off there. That's not too much you can do against that, especially if you're Carl Teasy and you get caught in that position. Flicker was used for it. There's an Unbreakable.
And an AOG locks him down. Sanji will be there to pick up the kill. Steals the Fracture away as well, but will just splash him to take him out.
I would appreciate it if his friends stayed there.
Yeah.
Help him out. Because I feel like that was quite enough time for some backup to come through, because I like that Yangon Galacticos understand that Team Liquid is not giving them the opportunity to catch anyone, so they had to be proactive. They forced that one. But the thing is, having a Farsa, I kind of feel like you could have given the space, but you know, let be-gons, you know?
Yeah, that's how you handle it. That's a lot of damage to that Tier 1 turret too. Looking at this, you know, you have Stitch pretty much roaming around trying to double lane in some positions. He's already got a Sky Piercer, but the gold is pretty much even as Oheb has been able to farm up. Nice little take on the gold crab there, but bit of an advantage in terms of Oheb. Item-wise, he's already got the War Axe built in, working on his next. So what is the gold lane build for Sora? Have we seen a couple different variations of it?
I feel like it's just going to be War Axe into defensive items, and then we're all good.
He just does that much damage.
Great turret down below, by the way. Great zoning by Oheb. Good position by JP as well, covering all bases before taking the objective.
Here's the problem, man. Just like you mentioned at the draft, the Yuzhong first pick over, especially to a specialist like Sanford. Oh, hold on. Conceal. And I think that's going to stop them in their tracks. That's what I was saying. Unless Han can get around here, they know the Black Dragon form's gone.
No, Purify out by Ying. Doesn't have concentration for the airstrike coming down, but Sanford misses the Petrify on the Peter side. Han's there with the fracture to take him out without Alina. Tsunami style steal from Sanji to bring him to Carl Teasy.
Right now for Yangon Galacticos, they're really trying to get any kind of catch. And even though, yes, they got Sanford there, but there's no way for it to be clean. Because no matter who you catch, someone's there to counter.
No Purify as the AOG landing, and then the Mountain Shocker JP takes the kill.
This is probably one of the more aggressive Gatakachas you'll see if you're watching MLBB competitive play. A lot of times when the Gatakachas picked up, you see so many defensive Avatar of the Guardians that ultimate use, but with JP, they're able to time things so well, especially when you have a YSS on your side. There's a lot of layering of crowd control you can throw on top, and, you know, you're able to secure these kills. Meanwhile, this whole time, like I said, Oheb has been able to just go ahead and farm up. Stitch's been doing the same, but, you know, unfortunately, at this point, Team Liquid's already garnered themselves a bit of a lead, you know, 2.3k ahead. They've got the first turret down. They put themselves in a relatively good position for this first lord to come up in less than a minute here. And even so, like some of the second items already being locked in. Glowing Wand, you can see it there. Now they're putting pressure on the purple.
Yeah, no Purify, still Uranus. Pops in Consecration there. Ying able to survive, but the purple buff will be taken as Han rotates up top with Blink. They're gonna go for it. Sanford gonna be locked down, but it's Tsunami Sam. Han instantly with a fracture. Sanford walks up, petrified! It's even gonna go for a trade in the end, but it is a turret for a tier 2 down below.
And here's the thing, Team Liquid, they have a lead, but you gotta put it into context. The lead is on Carl Teasy. Out of all the members of Team Liquid, that's the one you don't want in on, because he already has 2 items and he hurts.
Oh my god, JP.
That's just how tanky he is, man. He didn't even need the revitalize. They got the holy defense already too. You know, this early on, that kind of pressure. So, Yangon Galacticos is gonna want to manage these lanes a little bit better. I feel like they're kind of getting out macroed. Yes, they're trying to make plays on the other side of the map, but TL's just kind of playing the map to their advantage right now. With the Lord being up, it looks like YG is actually in a position to go ahead and face off against them. This is now the point where Stitch. Oh, hold on.
Tsunami Slam again. They go all in, but Oheb is able to survive.
No,
Last shot from
money.
Lina, though. The fadeaway basic attack, I think, or was it the passive? Got him down.
Oh, Lord's up. Down Oheb, and TL is still in good fighting position. Even with the numbers at disadvantage, they're going to stall this out.
Ooh.
The best they can. A Feathered Airstrike drop down, though.
Yeah. Either way, right now, Yangon Galacticos go want more.
JP has to back away there, has revitalized. Being doing the best he can to zone the members away, but Oheb is back in just a second. Sanji providing a bit more poke as Blink controls the bottom side. Han gets purple.
Yeah, Yangon Galacticos, they're actually controlling this very, very well. Now they're waiting for Team Liquid to potentially make some kind of mistake. So now it's really between Han as well as Carl Teasy, because both of them are the real, you know, wave clearers for both teams.
Yeah.
So they're going to try to play this macroly and try to catch the jungler's movements off guard.
Yeah, Han went up top, cleared that wave out. He knows it's expanding rivers, so he should be able to get here, but they already know.
Sanford with a Petrify gets the solo kill, the assassination on Stitch. You got Oheb last time, now it's 1-1 on the gold lane pickoffs.
Man, again, how many times have we seen this with the gold laners today? I don't know if they just don't expect that kind of setup and damage from the XP laners, especially Yu Zhong, but that kind of just stops in the tracks of what your plan was to go ahead and contest that Lord. So now with the Lord in favor of TL, take a look at the items here. They're prepped and ready to march towards base. Again, that holy defense shield is down on the bottom side. So YG's going to have to defend this. You see still building into the itemization. Han, oh no, feather airstrike. The mounted shot for Lance. Tsunami Slam, so will lock Carl Teasy. And that's him down for a while. The siege, can it continue without him?
Yeah. Honestly, that's good because Carl already has 3 items, so the siege is going to be so painful. But with Sanford being there, it's going to be very difficult for Yangon Galacticos to really do anything. Well, Sanford does take a lot of damage, though.
Yeah, turns it back around, though. Gets a bit more healing down below. Stitch will deal with the Lord alone. So, not the best of sieges, but again, Carl Teasy got picked off.
Yeah. Right now for Yangon Galacticos, for them to really get something here, I like that they are... Yeah. Yeah, I saw the item. I saw two gloves for Carl, so I'm guessing he did want to go for the Sky Piercer, which
भइसक्यो Sky Piercer
I
नि
think is fair.
कालजी गएन र
Not super passionate.
Who's the main damage dealer?
Yeah, I'm wondering how this is going to play out too once we get towards that phase where if Yangon Galacticos is able to go ahead and defend, at least put themselves in a good position, then, you know, OHEB being on the Sora gold lane, how that'll play a part. Because again, even when we saw it in the hands of Innocent for SRG, you know, when they were on the defense side of things, they were able to turn it around because of that base defense that we saw where you got his Savage. And, you know, it's one of the things where it's like, if YSS is gone, if he's out of the picture, then your fighting reach, your fighting potential is a little bit tougher to pull off here with this kind of lineup from Team Liquid. And so that's why you see kind of a shift now at this portion of the game on who they go for. It looks like that was already going to use Mount Chakra to go for Blink. Blink's not falling for it, still holds on to his Flicker.
I would say a big power spike for Han here, having the BOD. If anyone gets caught, then going to take a lot of damage. Quite rare for us to talk about this, but JP on this got thought with a passive and a lot of physical damage coming in from Yangon Galacticos, and his first item being the anti-caress. Does make it quite difficult for Yangon to actually get a kill as long as JP is around. Just by the passive and the anti-caress by itself, it kind of nullifies everything from Yangon Galacticos above Han as well as Stitch.
Yeah, and that's why, you know, when these fights kind of break out here, you can see where those defensive items that are prioritized help with these team fights breaking out. Oh, set up.
All in on Ying. Even OHEB using the ultimate, but Purify just gets him out there. And OHEB's going to be coming. The Fracture goes onto the air feather. An airstrike, and now Blink goes in. That's a Tsunami Slam, but it's only onto JP, who has the AOG and can escape and will be able to do so now as Carl goes in for the Mountain Chakra on Blink. Has to respect it. Sanford now rotating all the way from top.
That was a massive revitalize that came through from JP to keep OHEB alive, just barely surviving. Does get a winner's crown now available, but the Lord is up. There's a lot of push and pull between both the teams right now, and they gotta wait for these ultimates to be back up. Sanji holding on to the Tsunami Slam. And it's unfortunate, and this is why I was saying, you know, the Uranus pick, it makes sense in a way that he's your guy to go get the vision, deal with a lot of these resources expended on him, towards him, and he can soak it up. But here they go.
Tsunami Slam now, stolen by Sanji. It's going to be Ying who gets caught, but Sanji's caught in the midst of it on. Still able to flicker on, but JP falls. Winner crown by OHEB. He goes in. Tsunami Slam over from Blink. Sanford in the back. Furious dive on Stitch. And he gets him. Now it's Lena and Ying. Can he turn it around? Sanford!
Oh my God.
Again gets a double. Turns it around. He's just better.
Someone needs to stop Inuya, man.
Don't give him the usual anymore. There's a reason why it was picked up. First pick.
You can see that they're thinking on how to outplay it. And then Sanford's just doing it casually. Like at this point, he doesn't have to worry about it. He knows he's gonna get it. It's more on how are you gonna outplay? I'm actually more interested to see like how are you gonna respond to this?
You know, I asked the question earlier with OHEB being on the Sora, what do you do for range, especially when Carl Teasy doesn't have that opening? Well, the range and the threat is Sanford. They have a dragon full of range available to him. Look at this. The initiation is started off with that Tsunami Slam. But keep an eye on Sanford. He goes right towards Stitch and Lena. Stitch and Lena have no choice but to get away. Nice Petrify. Gets enough of the Shaw Essence off. Under the turret, mind you. Heals up enough to go in. And just when Lena thinks, there's Sanford again to clean up under the tier 2. So that's a kill under each turret.
Against games like this, you kind of have to readjust your own habits and basically stay far away from your team. You know, be like, Nina, you take the left, Stitch, you take the right. If someone gets taken out, it's just one. We can't let both of you guys die at the same time. You got to spread out.
I think even with that, the Lord being quickly made work of, Yangon and Galacticos with this composition are going to be able to clear this out at least and maintain their base turrets. That's a big thing. And I think they have to pretty much come up with a solution for this, and that is partially it, you know, the range or the positioning, both of Lena and Stitch, and avoiding Sanford. But once that they survive that Black Dragon form and it's used up, especially the Petrify, and they don't get caught by it, then they're in a pretty good position to actually fight back. That's one of the things that they can do here. This pressure on the purple buff, Feathered Airstrike to just get TL out of their jungle, but right now there's just kind of holding on. You know, 5,000 gold difference right now, but you can see Team Liquid knows their own opportunities when they want to initiate a fight. Sanford's going to get a little bit tankier now that he's got the brute force breastplate built up. And so, still, it's back to that reset. You're a minute away from this Lord here, unless somehow, some way, Yangon and Galacticos can utilize Blink to set things up with a pickoff.
Yeah, but again, like, you also got to choose your targets, because last time he did get a JP, and that could actually be quite bad for the team, because so far, Yangon Galacticos, they're actually positioning quite close to each other. At that point, you don't even have to hope for Sanford to chase everyone, right? Unbreakable 5 members.
Yeah.
You could actually do that if Blink brings them closer to his team. So it is something that you have to micromanage, and Yangon Galacticos, they just got to figure out that next time that they fight, they got to spread out and basically take Team Liquid in a 1v1. 5v5 is quite difficult against Sanford when he does have that Yuzong.
Yeah, that's why it's difficult, you know, for Blink as well. Because for the most part, you're not really going to have the range to get anybody else unless you catch them by surprise, and that most likely won't happen, you know, just kind of out in the open. They're going to have to wait for this Lord to come up and then fight for positioning.
Basically hope that Carl just traces this straight into his face.
Oh, man.
So that he can
I don't think that's going to happen.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
That's one thing Blink could hope for.
There's like 8 billion people in the world. Maybe you know, one thing can happen.
Does that affect Carl TC's chance of doing that? Hey, you know, it could, right? I guess there's always something possible here.
Yeah. Winner crown, by the way, for Han earlier, so he's going to have...
By the way, it's 8.3 billion people in the world.
Oh, W's. More and more people. Great. Is that a W?
No.
It depends how you look at it.
Yeah, it depends on how you look at it.
Right now, the W is this Lord being fought for, man. Ying picking up on immortality. He's going to need that.
That push is so scary.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, Conceal was used, but it's spotted out by Ying. Ying's like, nope. You shall not pass, sir. Not here.
And again, look at Sanford. Holding that position here. Oh, Blink. And Han.
What are they going for? Are they going to go for their own...
I think they want to catch Carl.
Yeah, they really do. But
so that's why Sanford is just waiting.
But it's going to be really, really tough, to catch Carl here. Because the whole team now knows. Because, you know, I mean, it happened twice to Carl.
I mean, the tough thing is not having these tier 1s down, too, especially in the mid lane. Oh, no, they're going to start the fight.
Yeah, Sanford in the back there, trying to go for the Furious Dive. Blink, Petrify Blink. To dash into the Tsunami Slam into the Feather Airstrike, but Sanji's still able to survive as JP pops in Revitalize, and now Sanford goes in with the Black Dragon Firm to the back again. AOJ from JP! Almost lands. Immortality getting down. That's Stitch with the Sky Piercer. Petrify! From Sanford on 3. And this time it's just a distraction for the rest of the boys to get rid of Ying, and now they have a man advantage. Blink walks up, but it's Sanji who has Tsunami Slam.
It's a good thing they didn't die, because they actually were separated. Hold on.
What's he? Okay, what's the move here?
Fracture, Tsunami Slam, Feather Airstrike coming down, but Oheb gets the kill and gets out of the Feathered Airstrike.
Wow, okay, I wasn't expecting them to pick up another kill, but because I think you could have still contested for that Lord if YG didn't lose another, but what a decision from TL and OM.
Yeah, honestly, Yangon Galacticos, I don't know if they're getting desperate by making this kind of plays because, again, they're doing the right things,
Yeah.
but then they kind of like autopilot in the situation where they're putting themselves in danger. Because again, Lina and Stitch was in the flanks. No one was chasing after him. He was free hitting. And it gets close to the team, gets caught by Sanford. It's a good thing it didn't get worse. But then, I understand that Han doesn't have a lot of damage, but at the same time, the Lord is up. I don't think it's necessary for you to do that.
Yeah. This time it's evolved lore too, man.
Yeah, they're gonna go ahead and walk with this one in, but pretty good clear. Feather airstrike being dropped down too. They're just trying to hold on to the base turrets as they can. A little revitalize being used. They're gonna go for it.
Stolen Feather airstrike, Senji! Almost takes Lina out there. Black Dragon Form now comes in as they look to zone YG away from the mid lane base turret. Kaltisi wasn't able to find it now. It's going to be Tsunami Slam over to JP. Doesn't have the immortality, so he goes straight down. Now it's Oheb on two. Bringing it back, but there's no combo. Carl has found a shocker, pulls it in. That's a good disengage now with the ground and the immortality back from Oheb, who turns it around. And now it's Han losing immortality, splashed out by Senji. Only Lina and Ying. Academy up top, taking the last base turret down. Kaltisi going for the passive stacks over on Ying. That's Oheb coming down. Senji! Under turret goes in. Carl gets lasered, but he stands alive. And TL secure match point. A phenomenal team fight to end the game there, to get game one under the belt for TL.
Again, Team Liquid, they're playing it very clean, utilizing their heroes just to get as much of the objectives for free as possible. But Yangon Galacticos, you can definitely see that they want to get the fight. They want to actually start something. So, I don't know, maybe upcoming, you got to adjust just a little bit. But looking at it at the bands, Zushin, Quad, and Lance, honestly, that is pretty good bands. What do you sacrifice to take away that Yuzong? Because I do agree, you got to take away the Yuzong. I think it might be Lance.
I think it maybe but
right, yeah, exactly.
it's like choose
Do you want to lose the Claude? You want to not bet the Claude, right?
I think it's Lance. I think I would take that over the
other one.
the
other one is Jushin.
Jushin for Sanji would be crazy. Sanford Yuzong.
it's you have to just choose
your
your
poison,
heart.
yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Because it's like, people say, oh my god, you didn't bet Yuzong. It's like, we bet Claude. It's like, okay, fair. We bet Lance.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Carl. We bet Jushin. Okay, that's Hanya. So, there's never a good bet.
You only have so many options you can go for it, and again, because of the Yuzhong start here, and just the way that Sanford plays the hero, I mean, this is, again, for a lot of our viewers out there, what a guy. Back at M4 too, we kind of saw shades of that even here in Jakarta, Indonesia, and it hasn't changed, right? I mean, he's able to go ahead and just do so much on this hero that it's really hard to even navigate these team fights, man. I mean, as you see Yangon Galacticos team fighting, yes, they're able to start, but I think that is one of the difference makers here. Lafell, you pointed it out. Once they get through this initial part of the team fight, it almost seems like, they kind of go on autopilot a little bit. But then TL, once again, once they see that opening again, or that opportunity again to re-engage, or just get a single kill if they can, and then that gives them the favor.
Yeah, it's not like we're even throwing a flag over to Yangon Galacticos. It's just, everyone has habits, right? When you feel like you're in danger, you move a certain way. And we see that, as of right now, the habit of Stitch is that when he feels like he's in danger, he will clump up with his team, hoping that his team will basically body block things for him. But against heroes like Yuzong, Lapu, any heroes like even an Alice, this big AoE EXPs or roamers is gonna cause problems. So Stitch has to figure out a way how to change his habit so that going up against big AoE EXPs, don't clump up with your mid, especially if your mid is the main target.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think earlier as well, like Stitch wasn't really fully clumped up with Lina. It was just Sanford went there, and they were obviously chasing, and Sanford turned it around again. So it's like, I think at that point they needed more peel. Like they needed someone that's not. We don't like the Uranus pick, and in a way, I understand what the vision was. Right, there was no Shred coming in from the left side. It was a fighter comp, double fighter comp, and a Yisun Shin with a Valentina. So again, no Shred, but you need peel for your backline over just having that threat of a Uranus.
They might have to go for the SRG route because you're right.
Yeah.
You got to peel, So have two fighters.
Two fighters, man.
Right? So now we are looking at the MVP by the official gaming phone at Realme, and it's going to be Sanford Vinuya here, 4-2 and 4. And again, it's all about that pressure.
Yeah, I liked it. And that was basically what the Yuzhong was this entire game. You know, it's you in the Black Dragon form is the most pressure that a team is going to feel.
Pressure cooker.
Yeah, that's the case for any team that faces against Yuzhong. And that's why it's 100% contention rate, right? Up to a certain point, and then some teams don't opt to go for it. And this is one of the things, too, as you look at the highlights here, because of this composition and the Uranus pick, like you guys mentioned, which is mainly providing some of that front line, but also vision, all these objectives, even with that, they weren't really able to actually go and contest them. And, you know, once Blink was using the Tsunami Slam, of course, you also give a Tsunami Slam off to Sanji, which eventually he switched over to the Feathered Airstrike. But, like, there's just so many things here that Yangon Galacticos had to pay attention to and keep track of, right? Again, in a fight like this, when it looks like it's going in their favor, there's Sanford, and he's just petrifying Stitch, and Lena's around. Even in this, again, positioning-wise, Lena's not super close to him, but I don't think he expected.
Close to Lena.
Yeah, I also don't expect. I don't think he expected Sanford to just go back and re-engage.
Look at this guy
in there, you know. And this is one of the things. Like I said,
Look at Stitch.
Look at Stitch. Look at
He's
Lena.
already safe.
Yeah, he is safe.
And then he gets close. He likes
the ball right there.
But at that point, it wasn't really because like Stitch wanted to get close. He wanted to deal more damage over at that point, and unfortunately, there was an awkward wall for the purple buff, and like there was no other angle.
But again, like I feel like the best way to describe this game is that for Team Liquid, they get things for free, and then for Yangon Galacticos, they have to trade.
Yeah.
Because with every kill they get, someone has to die.
Yeah. And the trades are always favorable for TL. Like if you look at it again, right, the gank on Sanford, the 3-man gank up top, it was a trade because he was somehow able to get Kalea, and it was a tier 1 for tier 2 down below. So TL are always rotating in a way where they're gonna get the better value.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe just against TL, you just got to go for a double fighter so that it's easy for you to just protect whoever is the main damage dealer. Because, yeah, I don't know. That game was very difficult for Yangon Galacticos.
Yeah. Part of it, though, too, is like you mentioned, you know, maybe also with the jungle, like Nolan, yeah, you've got some decent damage through there, but because the concept here was for Blink to initiate fights, Ying mainly providing vision and being that front line. Like you guys mentioned, you don't have much of a peel option. And, you know, Stitch, he's basically got a flicker and a dash, you know, for the most part. Lena, yeah, you can wings by wings. You also have a flicker, but it would help to have someone peeling. I mean, also think how many times JP saved someone from TL, even if it was just a revitalize, you know? Or an unbreakable taunt that he was able to pull off. So JP's job was a little bit easier because of how much of a threat that Sanford was, and because Sanji was essentially tsunami slamming people too. So they just had that opportunity covered, and even Oheb, like being on the Sora here, it's not like he was always in a more of a threat. Like he was built tanky, you know, for the most part. So it was just, like you mentioned, a better trade overall whenever they got into these team fights with Yangon Galacticos.
Yeah, I feel like you got to go back to the fundamentals of MOBA, right? Which is stuns. Stuns win you games. And there's just not enough coming in from Yangon Galacticos. And I would say not easy enough to execute because Farsa has a stun, you got to connect it. And then with Blink on that Kalea, yeah, you got to stun. But you're putting yourself in danger because Kalea is not tanky. She's more of a support than a tank.
Yeah.
And in this position, you are placed in a position where you are the only engager. So he can't be peeling in the back. He needs to be the one looking for plays so that Han actually becomes useful in a fight. Because that Nolan, without the engage, would be kind of useless. He would just be farming around.
Exactly. And for you guys, do you guys want to play for longer?
Yes, I do.
You guys can with the Secret Labs ergonomic chairs, trusted by the world's best MLBB teams. Whether you're enjoying a casual game with friends, casting the M7 World Championship, or playing here in the M7 World Championship, Secret Lab can elevate your game with tournament-grade ergonomic support, the very same kind that all of us here use. We can give a seal of approval.
I wish we had one of these editions, though.
Hey, I would love to bring this home, man.
We'd love it, Secret Lab.
Really far away.
We would have to.
There's some hoops you gotta jump through.
I don't, so this is manageable.
Are you agreeing, Jeremy? Not really, but you can use it. You guys need this, all right? It's the new Thunder Ascended skin. It's available right now. Unlock the M7 pass, and it's yours.
Get it today.
Immediately.
Get it today.
There you go.
Immediately?
Immediately.
I don't think it's immediately, bro. I think you need to go and. Oh, this is the new, not the prime one.
Yeah.
That's the base one.
That's
This
the
is the
base one.
prime one. Okay, you guys can get the greatest new prime skin, and once you get to level 75, it's all yours. You just gotta get to level 75.
I'm working on it, man. It's pretty hard to level up while casting, man. I'm at level 45 right now. I just got the
45?
touch on. Yeah.
You can get to 45. That's already quite a bit. I'm already 30 something.
I'm only like 20 something, man. I'm gonna have to buy some support chests.
No, because we're working. We're
Yeah.
All working, man.
By the way,
yeah, but you're at home.
yeah, you're at home.
But you're in the hodl.
Yeah, but sometimes we
Yeah,
have
but
work
our
to do.
hodl, our hodl makes it so that we want to go to the gym.
Yeah,
The gym is pretty good.
we go to the gym a lot,
Go to gym.
and we can't be playing while in the gym.
Are you sure about that?
I'm sure about that.
Okay.
Yeah, because in the gym you should not be using your phone.
Yeah.
You should be sweating.
Maybe you're sweating while using your phone.
Technically, you could,
Technically you can. Technically you.
but would you want to?
You want to focus. You want to lock in, which is what Yangon Galacticos have to be doing here, because this is a pretty different playstyle, well, contrasting playstyle between both. Yangon Galacticos, they want to fight, and Team Liquid, no.
I feel like Team Liquid will fight if they want to.
Only
Like,
if there's a reason.
only if there's a reason to. They're gonna take the fights. Again, with this kind of lineup and a YSS in the hands of Carl Teasy, like you saw it. Like if they saw the opening for the fight, they'll take it. If they don't need to, they'll just focus on the turtles. They secured all the objectives. They won't force a fight. And I feel like Yangon Galacticos, for the most part, from what we've seen from them, they like to fight. So I don't know if they need to adjust their game plan.
No, honestly, at this point, Yangon should get something like a chip. If you really
Make it
want to
best-
play that way.
Make it crazy.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
Loi Yi.
local.
They
Loi
also
Yi.
play the Loi Yi.
Yeah, so, yeah, make it, like, imagine a taco, and then you put too many things, that it doesn't even become a taco anymore.
Then what would it
So
be?
what would it be?
A deconstructed taco.
So it's
Like
still
a taco bowl.
Yeah, taco bowl. There it is.
So you take away the
There's
shell.
there's also another name for it. I just can't remember.
Okay.
Anyways, right now we're looking at a team head to head here. A bit late, but it is what it is.
It is what is it?
It is
What,
what is
why
it?
are you actually
Why are you saying it now?
Why are you saying it right?
When I'm so confused, I say things correctly.
Oh.
I apologize.
Yeah.
My
Apology accepted.
my brain was frazzled. Okay?
Frazzled?
I personally was flabbergasted.
Ah, were you gobsmacked?
This is what he's been doing at the huddle.
In the huddle.
He's just been opening up the thesaurus.
Yes, I've been educating myself. That's correct.
Ooh, I like that education.
Stay in school, kids.
Stay in school. Keep
If not,
yourself
you'll be like me.
Oh.
Which
I think a lot of people
which is
might
not
want to be
exactly like you, dude.
I think people would want to be in your position, LaFell.
A lot of people at home will be like, yo, I want to wake up tomorrow as LaFell.
I want to wake up tomorrow and go cast a favorite game that I play. I'm
Yeah.
sure the people watch. I'm sure all the people watching absolutely love MLB.
Yeah.
There's no one
I
there.
don't know.
that's
There's always that one guy who's just
Nah.
like,
It's very bombolific,
bombolific. What is
Bomb-
this?
what does that mean?
What is this?
What do you think it means? Because it really is only constricted by your own imagination.
So you're right. You can just make new words. There are always going to be new words.
There you go. Expand as far as your mind is allowed to.
Expend the forest. That's the term for all that you said.
Yeah.
As far as your mind wants to expend the forest.
You know what forest are?
Forest.
Do you know that if the forest is big enough and has enough oxygen, you will have large animals like snakes and
Don't we
have large animals though?
yeah, but larger.
Like Amazon level?
Exactly.
Are we talking
exactly.
like deep sea level?
Yeah, no, you just need a lot of oxygen. Like a lot of oxygen. The more oxygen you have, the bigger that you are. That's why me and Isu, we just take a lot of oxygen.
We got a lot of oxygen.
So big people are just oxygen freaks.
We like oxygen.
Yeah. So you just breathe more, or I'll get it.
I hope every day for the rest of M7 we start with "Did you know?"
Yeah.
I
And that-
don't even know if this is proper. Is this real?
What, the oxygen thing?
Yeah.
No, I believe it was studied where I can't remember which animals they used. I believe there's a mix of insects and mammals.
Disclaimer: you did say you stopped school.
No, I actually did finish school.
All right.
Oh!
That's great. Congratulations.
I did.
Hey,
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I did my final year project all by myself.
Damn.
It was a group project, but you know.
He likes it solo, man. You know, like
Flying
friends.
solo?
What are that for?
But I learned that like quite a few years ago, where oxygen can make basically things bigger, but not necessarily better.
Oxygen can make things grow.
Damn.
But we don't have enough oxygen to make things grow that big.
What if I just? No. Okay. I thought I can inhale more.
Yeah,
You gotta- you
gotta go to a lab. But now we got a quote here coming in from Mars. A team built for the bigger stage. We were trying to build a team. Don't laugh. We were trying to build a team that can represent Myanmar properly on the world stage. It's not just about winning the trophy, but about making a statement that they can perform on a bigger stage. I'm Filipino. All right, and I really love these boys because they're hardworking. Everyone is willing to listen despite the language barrier. They put a lot of faith in the coaching staff, and I think that's what makes us strong as a team. Okay, now you can laugh.
I mean,
That's real though.
that's real.
Yeah, that is real.
W Coach Mars.
I'm pretty sure that is his quote. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he said
Yes!
it. Yeah. No, I know he said it. And I will say this, Coach Marv's. You know, you see him talk. You know, behind the scenes and with the players here. He's very supportive of.
Yeah.
I
a
remember.
wholesome guy.
Yeah, and I remember we wondered, Miracle, when we were seeing MSL, their qualifiers up to here. I think we were wondering, like, how much time does he get to spend there? How much time does he get to work with them? Does he live in Myanmar? That's what I was wondering too. Like, how much time does he bounce back and forth if he does go? Because, man, so many coaches do travel, right? They don't just spend their entire time in their regions that they're coaching.
Yeah. Shout outs to Coach Mark, man. What a guy.
You know, this is a true story. He actually lost his passport. He was unable to fly for a while, but then he got it all fixed up and he got it back. But that was a big concern for a lot of the Burmese fans watching because, like, dang, without Coach Mars, how are they going to perform?
Well, we got to talk to the other coach here, Coach RC. Love but no mercy. Damn, since I was with Falcon Esports before, I can see Galacticos' weaknesses. And those weaknesses are still there now at M7. But like Myanmar, whatever happens, I still love Myanmar.
Yeah. Coach RC donated
Yeah, he donated a bunch.
bunch of his prize pool money to Myanmar for
Myanmar.
Was it the floods?
I think it was it was one of the natural disasters that recently
Earthquakes,
happened.
Huh?
Earthquakes, yeah.
Earthquakes. Yeah, so, dang.
Very supportive.
WRC, man. WRC, W Marvs.
W Mo, if he's watching.
Yeah, W Mo. Shout out to Mo.
Moment.
Or Potong, man.
Shout out to Mo, man.
What does potong mean in Indonesian and Malay? I think it means cut.
Yeah, it means cut. So it
cut.
could be his name. It could be his actual name. We don't know. We only know him as Mo.
That's true.
He's the only Mo I know in life, by the way. I don't know
only
any
Mo?
other Mo.
I have no other Mo's in my life.
We've met a lot of Mo's in Saudi, man.
Have we?
Muhammad?
Yeah.
Oh, we-
Muhammad's.
I don't know if that counts,
That
but
doesn't count, man.
That counts. We call him
I'm a Muhammad.
Yeah, but you're not Mo.
What's up, Mo?
I'm not Mo, though.
What's up, Mo?
My name is Passionate.
How you doing, Mo?
It's spelled differently.
M-O.
His is
No, he's
M-O-E.
M-O-E.
Yeah, but like, you know.
Come on, Miracle.
Come on, man.
Some Muhammad's is M-U.
So, what's up, Moon? No? Okay.
Well, you know what? I appreciate the humor. Anyways, right now we are jumping into draft here. Yangon Galacticos will be first pick, and they banned the Yusong. They still feel like they don't want to deal with the Lancelot. But yeah, as first pick, you don't have to ban out that Claude. Team Liquid, though, ban out the Boxia as well as the Fan.
I think they're 100% going for the Claude play here, man. First pick. Yeah, there's the Eve. This is the move.
It's either the Claude or the Juicin, right? I think that's the angle that YG are going to go for here. So let's see. TL. Which one? I think it has to be the Claude.
I was going to say, what if they just ban out the Claude?
They have to ban out Claude.
Or they just let both go.
Yeah, unless they want to go Sora again. Oh, yup, they want to go Sora. Because technically Innocent almost beat them on Claude with Sora, game one.
Yeah.
So, Yushin or Claude? Hands up for Claude. Claude. All right, you guys can see it, but we all have our hands up. I feel like Yangon Galacticos should take the Claude here. And then just deal with the Yushin with the Farsa.
There it is.
So, is this going to be the Juicin with the Sora? Do you go Juicin Sora?
Sora, or do they also take a Grok here? Like, oh, there's a Jushin.
Honestly, high loss Jushin is pretty strong too.
Yeah, Hylos Jushin. It depends
Don't go
what
for it
Carl wants to
early,
play
though.
too.
Because like right now, if you go for the Sora, you can flex it the way
Yeah.
that
SRG flexed it, and that's going to create a few problems, I would say. Or can Ohe play Freya? We have two approaches now. We have the SRG approach to how to deal with the Claude, and the alter ego approach. Your approach right now is Hilda.
Now that's pretty scary, not gonna lie.
Hilda being picked up here. This is again, it's one of those picks that just gets put in the hands of JP, and he somehow makes it work really, really well. But you have a Hilda paired up with a Jushin already. It's going to be annoying for Yangon and Galacticos to basically deal with.
Yep. This
Now
makes it difficult because Hylos is good against the Hilda, but then Jushin is good against the Hylos.
Yep.
So the way that they're complementing each other is that, you know, whoever wants to beat them up, the other can carry that burden. So they go for the Cho here. Yangon Galacticos. Did they pick up the Farsa? Or do they want to have something else in mid? Yep, they picked up the Farsa.
Yeah, Farsa, Cho, Claude. And then there's the YSS. Makes sense. Again, they don't have to change too much here with the jungle for Carl and TZ. Still doing what they want to do. Yeah, and I'm wondering what this will mean then for the jungle and Han. Like, does he just lean towards the Guinevere in this match, unless it's going to be banned out?
As long as they ban Lapu and Arlet, I'm happy.
YG?
But actually, even the Alice could be scary. But maybe you can fight that still. I feel like Arlet and Lapu, I feel like Sanford can just 1v5 against the guy that YG has right now.
Okay.
So for YG right now, what other approach do you want to go for, right? Because they banned out the Harith last game. Now with the Claude already in the first set, you still want to ban out the Harith. They had Granger and Farsa last game, and they still ended up banning the Harith.
Yeah.
They still ban Ruby, and this is the same path, right? Ruby, Harith. But then the TL route would just be another Sora.
Yeah.
So I think ban Sora over Harith.
I would ban Lapu.
Ban Lapu?
Yeah. That
I
makes
mean, I
sense.
don't know about you guys, but I would not want to deal with Sanford's Lapu when I have a Farsa. And whatever assassin, if I'm gonna get an assassin for this game, because they already banned out the Fredrin. Maybe they're forced to pick up something like a Leomord. If they want to use a Leomord, then I can see letting go of the Lapu.
Alright, let's see what they decide to do for this last ban.
Yeah, I guess Sora would be the safest.
Yeah, that's the thing though, like with the way the meta's been going and what we've seen, there's so many good options to go ahead and ban out, pick up. They'll go for the Sora, so they don't have to deal with that. Again, Sora providing a lot of the crowd control setup, building tanky for the most part, but it will be a Granger now picked up for TL. Going to the hands of Oheb here.
Yeah, I mean, after last game, right, the Sora was just too much for Yangon Galacticos, man, because it's such a safe pick on top of the fact that it's a very good initiator. It does everything really, really well. Good damage as well. So Yangon Galacticos take that away. And I think this is much more, it's much easier to deal with, the Granger, especially because you already have the Claude. Now, how do you build on the rest of the composition? Now, I would say more tanky boys, but
Oh, there it is.
Han's gonna go for the Gwyn.
Ah, man, the Arlok.
Well, it's the Gwyn Arlet.
Arlet is 3 times big, 100% win rate, and Gwyn is 3 times big with 0% win rate. And the glue gets picked up here. I mean, YG, they have much more appeal. They got a lot more stuns, knockups, swipes.
Yeah, they have a lot of a good setup potential, but also things that could go against them, I feel like, with this lineup. And that's just crazy that's the statistic, man. Guinevere 0 wins.
By the way, I think today is Coach Ark's birthday, so hey, happy birthday, Coach Ark.
Hey,
Birthday.
W Coach Ark.
Happy Coach Ark.
He's already in the knockout stage, so he gets
Yeah.
today to prepare, to watch.
And celebrate his birthday.
Yeah, he can have Espadang. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Team Liquid now with match point against Yangon Galacticos. One more win and Team Liquid will join the knockout stage. Welcome to the Land of Dawn, where again, TL is looking pretty good to win this one.
Again with this too.
Welcome.
This time you can see, get a little preview of Sanford just having a good time there. He's going to bring out the glue this time, or should I say Patrick, for this one. And this kind of still goes to what we talked about in the last draft. You know, the glue provides you an opportunity. As soon as I say it, man, the glue provides you the opportunity to go ahead and play that front line if you have to. You can still utilize Hilda, JP there. So I feel it's going to be a bit of a nuisance to deal with for Yangon Galacticos and not getting kind of zoned out from their own entry points when it comes to the objectives. But it's even going to be tougher for Blink, I feel like, on this Cho to make work.
Oh, take a look at that though. They go for the green camp, they're able to steal it away. And look at the instant rotation from Sanford to stop the invade from happening from Han, dude. He goes and like maneuvers there, so it's like, hey, don't do it.
Yeah, you don't catch out with Patrick, you know?
Yeah.
See Patrick is like, okay, you know what? Fair.
Yeah, because if you say I'm invading, he'll just say I'm Patrick.
That's actually pretty solid, but I'm not gonna give it.
Hey, I know that's your type of joke, but like
That is my type of joke.
come on,
Yeah.
give me props.
You're
man.
supposed to give him a rating.
Okay, you know what? 7.
Yeah,
That's pretty
It
good.
was either a 6 or a 7.
Yeah.
6, 7. Okay. Nice to control this. What is wrong with you? Even the PH casters be like, nice to.
I'm letting you guys just take it from here, man, you know? Just take the reins, man.
Dude, you're a teacher.
Just take the reins. All right, going back to this. Turtle's going to be up here. You can see the scouting happening. JP's doing his thing, but it's going to be in and forward from Yangon Galacticos. I don't know, they should be okay to contest this, but it looks like they might not even go for it. Turtle,
Oh my god, Sanford's gonna go in. Final slash.
No,
First
look
blood
what
over
they
to
do.
King. Sanji with the pickup though. Sanford's right there. Carl goes for the mountain shot. Able to land it now. Mounts it as well. Carl getting a kill. Sanford brings Ying back. And it is another for Carl Teasy.
I'm sorry, but that was a big mistake.
yeah.
Because Nina used the Fed S strike when no one was in range, having to cancel it immediately and then join the fight. That's an early blunder, but that gave Team Liquid about 1,000 gold at this point.
Man, it also gave Carl TZ 2 kills, just like
my
last
God.
time. Patrick just knocking.
He's hitting with his stomach.
that is emotion right there, my
That's
boy.
a transition.
He's
Yeah.
Patrick, yo.
Honestly, the very best skin
In the game.
in the game.
Is it
By far.
actually?
It is. It is the best skin.
Why don't we should actually have a fandom vote for that?
I don't care how the legend skins are looking like. Patrick.
Oh!
Blink is angry. He was a lot, man. Almost in the kitchen sink, throwing that over there.
Everything, dude.
Everything? Okay.
Yeah. I like that here in M7. They're like, we're gonna give more than needed. It's kind of like double tapping, you know?
It's
gotta be safe.
the typical kill secured, man.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. And you know what is unfortunate? It happens to so many gold laners right now.
It gives the same energy as 5 Sky Piercers.
Goal leaner in 2026, man.
Yeah. Hey, they had their time though. Let's be honest. Like gold laners had their time.
Yeah.
Whose time is it now? XP?
I think it's jungle XP. Yeah.
Mid even.
Jungle XP?
Yeah. Even mid, dude. It's everyone.
I would say it's mid if there's more cool heroes to use.
Oh, what you mean in terms of the meta?
Yeah, Farsight Eve are cool, but I want to see like Xavier.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that'd be cool. Yeah.
Ow. Well, part of that is just
Gord.
that too. Oh, final slash.
Gini baru set aja
Sanford's
dulu
still
ya.
there surviving, so. And look at how
Ultimate he looks.
Yeah, he's pretty zany, man.
That's why he's the best kid.
Yeah, there's not too much you can do about that, man. You use that many resources to go for a kill and you don't get it.
Oh.
JP will go ahead and flicker on out. This is going to be an objective, though. Another one in the hands of Liquid.
What do you do? This team is just disgusting.
I'm honestly not entirely sure.
No. Oh, Sanford with the flicker in his well. The slap slam. Now
Gini
it's
sama dia nih.
JP.
Lah.
Spatial migration. No valid record with the Samurai on Call. He's going to be able to actually get out.
Oh,
Traces
he's
it
not bakar,
and he gets the kill. Can he juke around?
Kal
He
juga yo,
cannot lead
Farsa
up.
lihat dia.
Gets a shutdown at least.
Okay, good for Lita to at least get the shutdown on Carl TZ.
Ihu.
Good pressure up there, too. That wave is going to be cut up top. And right now, TL will continue to just go ahead and knock down some of these turrets if they can. But there is some fight for Yangon Galacticos. You look at this once again, a little bit more difficult, like I was saying, for Blink to go ahead and get things set up around the map. But I would like to see them start contesting some of the objectives, unless the game plan for them is just to kind of wait. It's not really in their favor, even though they have set up potential between the Arlot and even Han here. It seems like they just want to go ahead and scale up, farm up, let Stitch get that trinity that we see so often with the Claudes, and the reason why it's first pick, especially over on this blue side.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know what the draft from Team Liquid reminds me of? Hold on, Link gets a kick. That's a pure fan that comes to Deacon though. Yeah.
What's it remind you of?
It reminds me of MSC 2025. Right? The glue,
Yeah.
the Hilda, the Granger. Oh, it brings me back.
Oh, maybe the counter to Claude is just to throw Hilda at him. Oh my god, that hurts.
I mean, like Yangon Galacticos
Oh my-
is using on all fronts.
Yeah. Dude, JP just doesn't stop, huh?
That's what I was saying, man, with the Hilda.
Stop.
Like, JP, oh, play it. Oh.
He's taking a turn for fun.
Do you say what, the Hilda?
That's pretty fun.
That's pretty funny. I like that.
Hilda's probably the most fun you can have on a roam.
Yeah.
Well,
Stanford
I mean,
aside
you
from
can make an argument for Johnson.
Johnson?
What about Cho? Yeah, Cho's fine.
yeah, Cho's fun. But you gotta have like a, with Hilda, you just like run towards
You
people.
can turn off your brain and just go.
For me, Grok is fun.
That's
Grok
what
is very fun.
Yeah.
Blink. Oh, Sanji doesn't have Purify this time around. Wait, the Dragon and Flicker combo into the Predator. Airstrike, Lina, and Blink. That combination again. Lethal, but Oheb tries his best to land those shots. And Stitch, who zones him away.
All right, good follow through, but still, this turtle with the numbers advantage, can they even contest it? It looks like Carl Teasy just gonna go start it up. They want to go for it.
Yep, into the bout record he goes. That's going to be Sanford taken down now as JP tries to soda to the back line. Carl jumps in with a mountain shocker. Stitch blazing duet onto Carl. He gets a double. JP going to be caught. Oh, him now. Trying to cut away as Blink walks up to Jikundo, able to lock him down. And that's some vengeance. Resetting Ying, diving all the way back. Oh, JP staying alive. Sanji pulls Ying back, but there's no damage. Oheb doesn't have any more Death Sonata bullets.
I think they're gonna try to delay it though, if they can.
If Oheb gets a kill here, it might be GG's. Yangon has to clear this up.
Good way the Dragon Oak's gonna go for it as well. And it is who claims it. Sanji purifies out. Feather Airstrike almost taking him down. Perfect turtle for Team Liquid, despite all that.
Oh my goodness, Oheb got the turtle, so 3-3 to Team Liquid, but at least Yangon Galacticos was able to go ahead and get a couple kills over here. Stitcher's scaling up really nicely at this point. He's nearing that Trinity, he should be anyway. You could see the damage that the Blazing Duet had, but still, it's more so of being able to find those right moments. Again, a final slash can change the tide of some of these fights here. And you see now for TL, they go ahead and shift to their focus, put pressure on that bottom side. There's good pressure up here by YG to get that tier 1 up. They need to start opening up the map. Whoa!
Uh-oh. Sanford can go for the mount down. Stitch could disengage. Still goes for the mount and the break back. Oh my, this is Patrick.
He's just going to eat the Feather Airstrikes. Doesn't care at all. Man, the decision to go and bring him back to... This is really tough to see. This is now what the second blue game today that we've seen where teams just kind of struggle dealing with him. I mean, look at the build that he's going with too. Radiant armor, got the cursed helmet, just helps him clear a little bit faster, but it's just tough, man. It's tough to deal with when you've got him all over this place.
And this is tough because Yangon Galacticos, they really need Stitch doing well because Lina has a lot of damage, but there's plenty of ways for Team Liquid to deal with Lina. If Stitch is having a good time, they have a chance. If not,
Great, I'll blink.
Oh, the Crimson Beacon and Lancer Flares in range. The glowing wand tick. Oh, someone. Okay. He gets away. Sanford. Oh my god, this time on Lina. The final slash lands on 3, but TL don't care.
They don't care. They'll take the purple. They hold down that mid still. They're utilizing a lot, man.
it is the best skin, no?
Okay, you know what?
Yeah, it is the best skin. Because it's one of those skins that hits you emotionally.
Yeah.
Oh, conceal, blink.
Oh, it's you that much, I guess. That's everything used on Sanford. He's still able to survive. What?
No.
How is he still there? How did that just happen? Called out with a traceless JP.
Lord ले जान दियो यार Sanford ले last
shut
में.
down. And now it's Han.
Why don't do?
With the
Why
Crimson
don't?
Beak, and Han is going to accept his fate.
तर त्यहाँ यो रिप्ले त आउनै पर्ने सेन्फोर्डले के गरेको थियो 0 एचपीमा कस्तो चढ्दिएको दाहार्ने
That is emotional damage, but then I think it was the Lord that killed him.
त्यो लर्डले
As you can
थप्काइदियो
see,
होइन
he's
हेर
beat up.
सेन्फोर्डलाई
He is Patrick. But what a wipeout from TL.
Look at him. No, Patrick. Wake up.
You did good, man. You did good.
Dude, he had 1 HP.
What?
Dude, you should have died much faster.
You could not have asked for a better setup for YG there.
You
Yes.
could have not. No, that was literally perfect from YG. And Sanford said, it's alright. I'm Patrick. That's what he said.
I'm gonna gather all the energy to get some HP back, and then get on top of you.
कोही आरोले कस्तो भनेर
But it's JP.
ओइ जेपी फस्यो भने बच्यो
JP this time.
ओइ त्यो अर्को फेरि को फस्यो ल सेन्फोर्डले फसाइदिएर
At least there's one. Now Patrick, no.
Yeah, they traded there. But look at JP surviving all of these, man.
Dude, talk about triggering your opponents. If you want to know how to make your opponents tilt a bit,
Plot armor, man.
use something like, hey, Brett!
No, Patrick.
Oh, poor Patrick, man. Oh, Vidnu, yeah.
Oh, man. Lord,
What a skin.
down in the mid lane. On this tier 2, bottom tier 2 is going to fall as well. They set up the shields. Those will pop here. In that mid lane, a Feather Dance Strike dropped down, and TL knows that even with this 8,000 gold lead, they've kind of got to wait for that opportunity once again. So with all of that, Yangon Galacticos buys himself some time to stay in this game. A Divine Glaive picked up for Lina now. Taking a look at the item check here, you can see quite the difference across the lanes except mid. Now look at this, man. Even the cameraman knows.
Oh, my Sanford's having fun. Sanford's really having fun. Yeah, Carl.
Hey. You know what? TL knows how to sell skins.
जिसेर बस्यो है
Lord.
And it'll never get old. We could be
खेलेर
in
बसिरहेको हो यिनीहरू त
the grand
यहाँ
finals at some point, and you're still gonna have the same reactions, man.
Yeah.
हामी ऱ्याङ्क म्याच त यसरी जिसेर बस्दैन हो मुलाहरू
They don't need to. They don't
don't,
need to
yeah.
bump him, man.
Yeah, actually, if you buff him, he will get banned, and then you just don't see it again.
Yeah, no, the thing is, right?
TLPH ले हान्दैछ
All the time it's
नि
not special, but when you see
तर हेर न जिस्केको देखेन भर्खर कस्तो जिस्केर बस्यो यो कालजी र सेन्फोर्ड
We need more cartoon skins. Enemies is great.
अस्ति भने है
Cartoons. It tickles
अघि
your...
अघि ग्लु लास्ट पिक हाने हो कि
but like
सेन्फोर्ड त क्या खुसी भएको भनेको बच्चाहरू रमाउँदैन यसरी रमाइरह भने ग्लु लिन पायो भनेर
Other cartoons that could be, future collaborations. That could be fun. That could be pretty fun. We don't work for Bhutan that way. We can think about it later.
yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Anyways,
Right now.
what Yangon Galacticos needs is more penetration. Because at this point, Lina is not enough. Because Lina can't re-hit. So you really need to wait for Stitch to get the Malefic gun. And then you're in business.
I think even in business, it's still like he goes win to nature.
All right. Oh, business is going to open a bit late.
Yeah.
In 2 business days.
It's more so just finding that angle in these fights, man. I think, with this Lord coming up here, it's got to be a almost the same thing as what happened last time, but they got to kill Sanford. Like, it was nearly
You
there.
have to use all your resources, and then Oheb Carl just goes crazy.
Or at least anybody, honestly. They have a final slash that could be good enough with the kick.
Honestly, I agree with you. It's just that, they're not dying.
Yeah, they're not. Look at this.
He can go for the mount down now, spatial migration.
ला
And the
गिमी
Battle
गर्ने
Requiem.
सेट
I don't know,
हान्दै
man.
सार्छ
He can still go for the mount down, and he does.
Sanford
The
got
crowd from
कस्तो बल
Han, Sanford
खेल्ने
all alone. Flickers out the safety.
वान एचपीमा धरि हानेको भने यार त्यसले
And that's
वान
big.
एचपीमा चढेर अझ हेल्थ बढाएर यार
Oheb, who's on a killing spree, goes on stage. That's Sonata.
फर्स्ट गेममा चाहिँ ओएबले 16 खेल्यो है आज
Sanford and JB are just unkillable
अस्तिमा
at this point. I guess they've died,
एसआरजीले
but,
16 लिएर
At this
घुस्नु
point,
गर्यो
they're soaking
इनोसेन्टले
up so many resources. That whole time, too, Carl Tizzy was just getting the Lord. Oh,
No.
That's Brand. Oh,
Hi,
Sonata,
hi.
the Filipino sniper, finds the kill on Han.
Oh, that
लडाइ
is
रहेछ
tough,
I
man.
do not want to see
40
any more grim things.
30 सेकेन्ड रहेछ
When
यार
we're
गेम
in
हो
like
God,
not winning,
it's actually
man.
cursed. It's
Still
actually
0%.
It'll be 0-5 after this if they lose.
It's the most cursed pick in an M series of all time.
We might go to an
Oh,
no.
Universe.
No way, that was a bit. Oh, but Oheb just walked away from it. Ying cannot get the final slash. Now it's a Lancer flare. Ying jumps over, finds
Sigil
space
होला.
reset, but Carl
Sigil
jumps in
होला.
and there. It's going to
Sundar
be
Sidade.
him. Mounted Blink
Sida.
cannot survive the
Sigil,
damage. The
Sigil,
Lord is
Sigil,
already
Sigil,
there. The
Sigil.
base
Oi,
is
bhai.
wide open. Oheb gets a
Sigil.
double. He'll go for the triple on stage.
खै त अनि कृपै
Up in
छैन
the
त अब
airstrike,
त
almost takes him down. With a ground
कृपा,
immortality
कृपा,
stage, walking
कृपा,
back over the
कृपा।
BMI now. Sandy's right there, but against
Universe आयो, क्या छैन?
Sanford, bounce him
आइसक्यो
up.
Universe।
Oheb's gone like Han.
Sigil,
Goes into the
जितेर
bottom
GG
right.
guys।
Oheb still survives, and Team
Sanford OP यार।
Liquid make it to the knockout stage.
ल अस्ति नजितिकन म यो गेमै
Will be
खेल्न
the
नपर्ने
second
म्यामहरु
Filipino team to move on to the knockouts.
GG।
And Yangon Galacticos will have to try again as they go down to face off against the other teams.
Again, this might be later than they anticipated. But hey, it's not about a destination. It's about a journey. And they still get to the destination. So it's all good.
It is. But yeah, this was a dominant game though, man. I mean, from start to finish.
Some mistakes were from Yangon Galacticos, but some of them were forced by TL.
Yeah.
Again, they're looking very strong here.
It's again, it's very strong game 1 to game 2, where the leads were kind of insane, and you
नकआउट
when you
स्टेज
break
भयो
down
होइन
those
अब त
games, you
सिधै
look at
नकआउट होला है
what
हार्यो
this
भने
composition capable of doing. I feel like
Yes,
they
yes,
had it
man.
down. Like Yangon Galacticos had
Two
good
zero,
setup
yeah,
potential.
yeah.
They were trying to go, but towards the end they got tilted a little bit. They were missing some of those key ultimates that they
याङ्गन
had.
ग्यालेक्टिकोसले चाहिँ ओनिकलाई हराएको
Even when they
होइन
landed them and layered them correctly, they just didn't have enough firepower at those moments to change the course of
आज
those
नि
team
रो र
fights. And,
फिलिपिन्सले पनि
TL just kind of took it home with
टिम
them, and
स्पिरिटलाई हरायो
that's what
2-0
back-to-back
हान्यो
performances now from Sanford, especially very decisive throughout the series.
I wonder if there's any other M series where you have a hero that has 0% win rate from wildcards to Swiss stage and the start of knockout stage having 0 wins with like multiple picks, not just like pick
Yeah, and it still gets picked up after that, right? Like, in this game particularly, I wasn't a fan of the pick. But in the previous games against the Frederick, it makes sense.
It makes sense, yeah. Hey, you got the OP heroes and you got the KO heroes.
Yeah.
But again, like, big shout outs to Team Liquid. It's not over for Yangon Galacticos. They just got to come back stronger. They just got to figure out a way to win the next match.
They're now in 2-2.
Yeah.
So next match,
क्लिक
we're
हुँदाखेरि
gonna lose. It's all for that. We're going over to the stage with Rose as well as Team Liquid to celebrate as well as interview them on stage.
गटु ल यो कस्तो
Team
निचा हाँसेर
Liquid is getting closer to achieving the golden road. They are your next team to qualify for the knockout stages. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, give it up for Team Liquid. The golden road, something they can really, really smell, and it's even within reach. But before that, Ohab, congratulations on qualifying for the knockout stages. How are you feeling right now?
We're feeling very good because we bounced back from our last versus SRG.
Yes, and
Yes.
speaking about that loss, I saw a similar hero in the gold lane today. Ohab, tell us about your Sora pick. Were you inspired by them, or it's actually been
अब आज
something you've
छैन
been
यार
practicing for quite a while?
आज सिक्यो
No,
आज
actually, I haven't played Sora
As in,
since
tinta game matin gusto
yesterday.
lagi?
I just practiced it when SRG beat us because, I think it's very OP. And thanks to Innocent for showing us how good it is in the gold lane.
Yeah, I think we can see that all the teams here are practically learning something from one another. Ohab, do you think it's a really good hero in the gold lane?
Yeah, for sure. If you
For
know how
sure.
to maximize the hero, it's very good.
Okay, I think sooner or later in the ranked games that we will all be playing,
Yo.
we will be meeting Sora in the
Isn't
gold
Mamito
lane more
Faisal there,
often.
Sahil?
And of course,
Real Madrid
Sanji.
like
We know that Coach RC has a very vast
Innocent for
history
saying
with
Augusto is
the
in the good
Myanmar
lane there,
teams.
Ohable.
Did that give you guys an edge in the game today up against YG?
I think Coach RC is not...
के भन्दैछ
Pwede po ba Tagalog?
Go ahead, Sanji.
त्यही
I think
आफ्नै
kasi
भाषा
Coach
बोल्दै
RC, yung puso niya nasa Myanmar pa rin eh.
Really?
Tingin ko po. Kasi love na love niya yung mga tao sa Myanmar eh.
Sanji thinks that Coach RC's heart is still with the Myanmar people. So he thinks that Coach RC really, really loves them. Coach, I'm pretty sure you guys will be having a meeting later on, but that's later. And of course, Sanji, in your opinion, did you think that YG actually performed really well up against you guys in the game?
Nung game 1 po, yun, sobrang nakasabay sila sa amin. Then, di namin alam yung playstyle talaga nila. So, ginamit na lang namin yung playstyle namin para matalo namin sila.
I see. Now, Sanji said that actually in the first game, YG was definitely catching up to them and they couldn't decipher the play style that YG was showing. So what they did was they ended up using their own play style in order to beat them. And of course, Sanford, after advancing to the qualifiers, the golden road, like I mentioned, is within reach this time around. As a player, do you think that you feel any pressure about this or you guys are still just happy-go-lucky?
No, we're just enjoying the M series.
त्यही
We just want to play and play.
इङ्ग्लिस नानी के छ र
Any pressure at all.
No
आफ्नो भाषा
pressure
बोल्दिने
at all.
नि यिनीहरू
And of
यस्तो
course, in the
खतरा छ यार
first game,
इङ्ग्लिसै
you
चाहिँदैन
showed
नि हो त्यस्तो
everybody
इङ्ग्लिस
why your
बोल्न त
use
पाल्दिन्छ
has to
यिनीहरूले
be bad.
होइन
After the match just now, do you think you'll still get a chance to play Yuzong again this M7?
Hopefully, yes.
किन इङ्ग्लिस
Because,
बोल्नु पर्यो
I want to use Yuzong all over again.
होइन सर
Just Yuzong. Is there
English
maybe
one
perhaps a
person,
hero
Yuzong?
that you could tease everybody that could potentially come out?
Wait for my Soyo XP.
Yo, XP! Oh my, things are definitely getting interesting here in the M7 World Championship. And of course, Carl Teasy, the GOAT. GOAT. If we look back on your match up against SRG, we saw that after you guys have concluded the match, for some reason, you guys were very, very happy. Tell us a little bit about it. Why were you guys all smiles? Is it really a no pressure kind of game? What's it about?
We're not that happy. We're just happy that we realized so many mistakes in the game, and especially in the drafting. And also, we're not that happy. We're frustrated at that time, but we just keep it low key. Yeah.
Smiling through the pain.
Yeah.
But I think it's good to learn mistakes earlier on the tournament rather than when it's a do or die situation, you know, Carl? And of course, JP, we know that you are one of the Philippines' first representative back in the M1, and now you're in the M7.
Wait,
How
M1
different is the vibe? How much do you feel like you've grown as a player?
Ayun po, sobrang nag-improve na po lahat ng team, pati
isa lang
players,
na basa
pati lahat ng
balik,
country. Kaya parang ngayon magkakatapat na lahat, wala nang naiiwan na team.
JP said that he feels compared to back then, everybody has tremendously improved. All the regions are practically improving. And in a way, everyone is kind of on par with each other. Thank you very much, JP. Carl, perhaps a message to all the fans. I hear a lot of Liquid fans in the arena, and of course to those Filipinos watching back home.
Shout out to all the fans that came here. Thank you for supporting us every game, and we really appreciate it.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Team Liquid is the second Filipino team to head to the knockout stages. Congratulations, boys. You guys may celebrate your victory in the player room. That is it for the 5th day of the Swiss stage. With that, we will throw it back to the panel to break down what happened in this amazing series.
Thank you very much, Rose, and congratulations to Team Liquid. Didn't thought you could do it. I did. Wow. Yeah, I did. Yeah, honestly, a big surprise. Yeah, like it was such a struggle. This entire year. To get to this spot, losing in MP Philippines season 15, season 16, MSC. I can't believe they actually got a win here. Yeah. After SRG.